Hi, and welcome to the 30-day journey to your unique purpose. Ken Herbert here, and I'm really excited that you've decided to join me on this journey. And I'm also really honored because, let's face it, you could literally be anywhere else right now, but you've decided to be here taking the road less traveled, which will make all the difference. And I also want you to know from the bottom of my heart that I know the world needs what you have to offer, your unique purpose and gift. And you're the only one that can offer it in a way that is uniquely you. So thank you. As with any journey, it helps to get a lay of the land before embarking so you can see where we're going and how we're going to get there. I'm going to switch to presentation mode now and give you a 30,000-foot view of the landscape we're going to cover together and also the mindset that will serve you well over our time together. There's an old story of these two young fish swimming along in the ocean, and they happen to meet an older fish swimming the other way, who nods at them and says, "Morning, boys. How's the water?" And the two young fish swim on for a bit, and then eventually one of them looks over at the other and asks, "What the heck is water?" The point of the fish story is that sometimes the most obvious, important realities are often the hardest to see. This especially applies to our unique purpose and gifts because they're so much a part of the landscape of who we are that we often take them completely for granted and might not even notice them or value them. So, if we've been used to seeing ourselves, our purpose and gifts, like a normal pile of rocks, such as these, we might easily miss the magnificence hidden within them. But as you go through this process of discovery over the next 30 days and begin to look closer, you'll begin to see patterns that reveal things about yourself that you may not have seen before or may not have valued enough. Take this picture, for example. Notice anything special about it, or does it just look like a bunch of rocky hills? I'll give you a moment to pause the video to examine this image better and see if you can see anything. Were you able to see the image hidden within the image? Okay, whatever the case, I'm going to shift the image so it becomes more apparent. You'll notice now that there's a woman with a child standing in front of her with his hands brought up together in front of his face in what looks like a prayer. You see it? It should be pretty obvious by now. Do you remember from the presentation video on the homepage when I referred to the energetic blueprint or template that contains the codes of our purpose? And that this energetic purpose template leaves as clues or footprints for us to discover. So, what we'll be doing is looking at the landscape of your life from many different perspectives, like a 360-degree perspective. Throughout the next 30 days, I'm going to provide you with a series of self-profiling exercises, each one revealing more clues about your unique purpose, each one serving to identify another piece in your overall unique purpose puzzle. Then, at the end, we're going to put all the puzzle pieces together and see what it reveals about your purpose and unique gifts. Let's use one last visual metaphor to put this process into perspective. For example, take a look at this image of seemingly black blobs. Let's say it represents the profile of clues or footprints you'll have assembled by the end of our 30 days. At first glance, it may be difficult to see anything other than random black blobs. But look closer. Do you see anything else in this image? Pay attention to the white space surrounding the black blobs. See if anything jumps out at you. Okay, like before, I'm going to give you the opportunity to pause the video and see if you notice the hidden pattern before I show it to you. Okay, were you able to see it? All right, I'm going to put up another image that reveals the underlying pattern. Ready? Okay, now that the pattern is apparent, I'm going to switch back to the same black blobs. Pretty easy to see now, right? So the white space that we normally don't see represents your energetic blueprint or template. And the black blobs represent the fingerprints or the clues that your energetic blueprint has left for you. I realize that this is pretty metaphoric at this point, but hopefully it gives you a sense of what we're going to be doing and how this process works. So, what will be helpful for you to know during our journey is that getting to purpose is part science and part art. It requires both your left and right brain, both your logical, analytical, detail-oriented mind and your creative, feeling, holistic, imaginative mind. So the first part in our journey is going to be about building what we're going to be calling your you profile. We're going to be looking at the raw material of your life's experiences up to now. Then we're going to back up and see what this profile reveals about you and your purpose, the intention of which is to have an aha moment, or at least a clear confirmation of what you may already suspect your purpose to be. This will be a moment when the underlying pattern of your unique purpose is revealed to you in a way that makes absolute sense to you, in much the same way that these black blobs were suddenly transformed into something much more meaningful moments ago. Hopefully that makes sense. If not, don't worry, it will by the time we've completed our journey. So, for each module here on out, you'll get a video presentation where I will share what we're doing and why we're doing it and how to go about doing it. And you'll get a PDF doc of your exercises to complete before the next module is presented. In preparation for the next module, I suggest getting a notebook that you can devote to this journey so you can record your responses and have it near you throughout your day to record any moments of inspiration that may strike you. So it will be my job to guide you as best I can and direct your focus on those places in your life where those purpose clues may be hiding or hanging out. Your job is to complete each module and assignment, keep an open mind, be patient with yourself, know that you are a remarkable being. There's no one else exactly like you in the world. You're as unique as your DNA. Stay with this process and don't give up. I'm sure you'll be pleased with what you discover and what you become as a result. Until next time, be well. Get a notebook and reach out if you have any questions.